welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a gingerbread village in Minecraft. So let's get started. Now this is a gingerbread village I've actually built 1 year ago. So we can see what I was building a year ago. You know, I've been building candy cane and gingerbread house tutorials, but now we're going to be looking at stuff that I built 1 year ago. So let's see how it works out. First, I started with these two houses here. I teared them down just like this, got rid of the roofs and then the walls just like this, and then I started to rebuild them up just like they were before, like pretty much the same size. And I actually want this one to be a double-sided house, like a big house. And so it's sort of like a U shape. And then I used dark oak to fill in the walls instead of spruce like I do nowadays. Then I surrounded it in the pale oak slabs, which were very new at the time. That's why I was so excited to be doing this. And then I filled in the roof with some stairs. And then at the tip I did slabs, just like that. Then it was time to do some detailing and make a door. So I surrounded it in some stairs, slabs, and trapdoors. Made a big fancy doorway, just like that. And put some lighting in there. Now it's time to work on the windows. I surrounded them in pale wood, trapdoors, and slabs. And then I needed to break the holes and place some glass. Then I put some colored candy on the rooftops. Now we know that didn't change much, except that I used wool instead of concrete. And then I just did some quick detail work on the sides. And then I put some candied carpet on the floor to look like there's candy on the ground. I think I went a little overboard with the amount on the front. And then I even put some over here on the side. And then I decided to make like a little side garden. I used azalea leaves because they'd be all pretty and green. And then I put some snow carpet. I'm also using a resource pack by Future Zoo to make everything all snowy and Christmassy. And then I decided to make some candy canes using strip logs and concrete. And then it was time to redo this tower. This tower I was really excited for. So what I did was I mostly reshaped it to how I wanted it and then just redid the blocks. Because I liked how it looked, I just wanted it to be Christmas. I took a little bit of figuring out how to turn it into a candy cane tower, not just a gingerbread one. So I put like candy cane stripes in the corners. Then I started working on a little roof. And then I surrounded the windows in some candy icing. And then I was wondering if I should make a tower roof, but then I decided to work on the walls first, because I'd only done the front. Then I did what I did on the front on all the sides. I filled it in with dark oak, surrounded the windows with pale wood, trapdoor slabs, all that. And I filled the windows with fences instead of glass, and I don't remember why I did that. I think I was testing out what windows would look best. But I mostly kept the glass except for those windows, I think. Then I had finished this side here. Then it was time to actually work on the roof now. And I like it. It's nice. It's a little bit pointy, but it's also a little bit squat. And then I just finished up the windows, and then I think this tower is all done, except for maybe the door. Then I decided to get rid of all the flowers and put some of the poppies around because they look like the Christmas flowers. Then I got rid of these village stalls and started doing this house here. All I did was just retexture it. I didn't like completely redo it like some of the others. And so I just kind of redid it, except I changed the roof because I don't like how the villager roofs were. and these villagers were inspecting their home renovation and then decided to run away. But then they came back once they saw how beautiful it was, but they still kept their distance. And we've almost finished. Now we just need a little bit of candy on the roof. You can tell if it's a gingerbread house because the walls and stuff are all white and brown, but it'll be red, white, and brown if it's a candy cane house. Then I started to work on these paths because I'm not expanding the village out this far. And I also wanted to get rid of the flowers, so I used a water bucket. Then I started getting rid of all this path block because there's no way I'm building the village out that far. I left all the poppies though because they're Christmassy. I decided to let the path stay out that far in case I do something there. Then I started working on this the village center here, which was already pretty framed out. All I did was fill in the path a little bit more. And then I started framing it to a nice sort of circly square. Then I also made a nice square over there, which I also have a plan for. And I surrounded this in some nice leaves to make it look all pretty. And then I made some little details and an archway with spruce leaves because they look like they have ornaments on them. I did that on all 4 sides, just like this. And then I decided to make a path to each side so it's sort of like a plus. And then in the center is going to be something every Christmas village needs. But first I had to finish. Had to get ready. And then here's the Christmas tree. I didn't like the Christmas tree. And I also didn't like the puzzle. So I had to remake it. I also put snow on everything while I waited for it to grow, because that makes it look even better. Then I tried to get a really big Christmas tree, but it didn't work how I had hoped. So what I did was I just kind of built it up myself, just rounding up the leaves as much as I could. Now this tree actually ended up pretty good for freehanding it for about 5 minutes. I just kind of repeated the same thing over and over. 1 block in, 1 block out, 1 block in, and 1 block out until I reached the top. Then I tried to make sure it fit, and I tweaked the top just a little bit to make it work. And I think in the end, this tree was pretty good. It took a little bit of tweaking to make it match the top, but in the end, it was a perfect tree. And then I put beacons because they look like stars. I see 2 blocks I should have broken. And then, so now I was back to down here. I put some seating around it so they could sit, some armrests and slabs. Then now you can sit by the Christmas tree. Now it was time to work on this villager house. A lot of these were just plain houses. I can't remember which one this is. We'll see. But I completely broke this one down. Completely. I'm going to make a whole new shape for this one. I had to completely break everything, and you can see the villagers standing where their home used to be and having a meeting about what they're going to do about this. And now it's time to work. This one I wanted to have a front door pop out, so that's where the door will be. I don't want it as tall as the rest of the build because that'll look a little bit strange. And then I just started making the walls taller. How I'm doing it now is actually how I would do it on survival, and that's kind of easier in a way. And then so I started filling in the roofs, put some trapdoors and details and things. Broke out some windows and the door, and then I started working on the roof. Just like this. I just do it the same way as if I was doing it on survival whenever I do the arches. But I guess I'm just really used to it. And then it was time to add the piece de resistance, the candy. Once I figure out how to finish all the windows. I must be doing something elsewhere. Oh, candy time! See, I told you I was going to do it. I bet you didn't believe me. Now I put some candy canes all around with some lights. I put them everywhere, and I put some here, and I made sure to hang a lantern at the end so there's street lights and they keep the villagers safe and protected. Doesn't this look so cute and Christmassy? And then I started getting rid of these paths over here because I wanted a building there. I know exactly what that building's gonna be. But I had to finish all these paths up first, and I filled in all the other paths so they're all clean and nice looking. But first, it's time to work on the petting zoo. That's right, we're gonna surround some fences, we're gonna make a nice doorway. Then I put some sweet berries and carpet so that way these animals wouldn't escape. And it's a bunch of horses. It started to rain, and I hope that wasn't a sign. But this is gonna be Santa's petting zoo. These are all his reindeers, so I started making some hay bales for their food, water troughs and things. And the thing is, they kept escaping, no matter what I did. So it was time to work on a different house. I actually tore down 2 houses, so that way I had the space. I actually am going to close this area off. I might build a little house, but this part's going to be closed off and have a few houses. But it's not going to go that far. It's kind of going to be like one big rectangle with houses along the streets. It's not going to be like a big, weirdly shaped village like regular ones. And then it was time to get rid of this house here. And by get rid of, I mean redecorate. So I made it a little bit shorter in the back. It's not so far out, so it's not super long. And I just redid the roof to some pale oak and some dark oak. And you wouldn't believe how much I was having the best time doing this. Like, this was like the best thing I've ever built. I loved it back then. Now I'm like, interesting choice here. I still love it a whole lot, but it's like, what was I thinking right here? I can't remember. And then here I just got rid of that strangling path there because I'm not going to do anything. I did leave a little path around the garden because I thought it was pretty. And now it's time to get trees all around because I want Christmas trees. I want Christmas trees all around. I want it to be in a forest so you can't actually tell it's a flat world. Because looking out to the horizon in a flat world, I mean, it's cool, but then oh, it's so bland. So these trees help hide that, and so it looks a lot better. Now, we have a ton of Christmas trees, and you shouldn't be able to see it. And now, we're all done. Here is our village, our Christmas gingerbread candy cane themed village. And I'm going to give you an on-foot tour of all of it so you can see it. But it makes it look so beautiful. Here's our village. Here's the one of the first houses we built. This is the U-shaped one. Here's another house that I did off camera. And then here is a cafe. Here's another house we did. And then here is the big Christmas trees surrounded in poinsettias. I think that's it. And the giant Christmas tree. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. Here I've had some trees here, and there's another villager house. And here's the candy cane tower. Oh, this is just so beautiful. Then here is Santa's reindeer petting zoo. So you can go in and pet all the horses. There's another village that needs decorating.